Must have clicked on the wrong thing. That's why it took so long to open OBS. Okay, hello. Thought I'd record it because I like to. Jeez. I like fantasies, right? So I did tag the CEO of Larian's Fen Thinking. I don't even know how you pronounce his last name. But I was like, maybe he sees it and checks it out, and maybe he'd be curious how it goes. It could be funny because I could die. Because, like I said in the comments, I only ever did this once before, and when I did that, I teleported all the enemies into one spot and did a pyroclastic explosion that one-shot the fight and ended it before it went into the other phases that I've read online and can go into. So I haven't read a full guide, but I've read some comments on Reddit, just because, I mean, it's hardcore. I'm gambling like 60 hours the last month of my life, of my gaming sessions. So, but that's what makes it so fun. And I just thought I would, show off the builds real quick. We've got Seville here. So she's I guess a rogue ranger. Finesse-based. What am I doing? I'm wearing the Devourer armor. I'm not going to explain what everything does, but just show some of the stuff. We got Rosa wearing this, what is this called again? Contamination armor. She's just the full support build summoner. And you may see the 18 summoning. I'm rather proud of that. I will explain that one. For you see, I meticulously looked for gear that could have summoning on it at this end here, knowing that vendors refresh every hour and a half. And I got me some mystical giant venom runes to stick in these rune slots. Maximum summoning increase. I guess I could have had one more, but I felt like this one should be extra armor from a shield. And we're all enchanted up on Seville as well. I will mention that real quick. Saved all my eternal artifacts. I've got an inventory full of stuff, chiefly the most important things being skin graft, green tea, and these things, virtue tokens, that give me more source points. I've been carrying this stuff around all games, find the time to use it. Sevilla, we got your 2 daggers, also enchanted. Wild crossbow, but enough enchanted.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return. Somewhere beyond this point, you shall be undone, or you shall ascend. There is no middle ground.
Yes, this might be something.
What do you see, Quirkus?
My goodness. Here we are, Quirkus. This is it.
I mean, certainly.
What do you mean, Quirkus? Of course I'm prepared. I have my noble steed below me, and my trusted shield beside me. What more could I need?
His whiskers crack into a mischievous smile.
And I may have cracked the spell that will stop the great acorn in its furious tracks, if that's what you mean. That's right, Quirkus. We've done it!
Sir Laura turns to you, his beady eyes shining with pride.
I owe you an apology, Shield. At the start of our journey, I wouldn't have believed a human would lead me to the discovery that would save us all. But I see now that my prejudice was foolish. Without you, Quirkus and I might still be stuck on that abominable prison island.
It is true, Sir Laura. Not all giants are evil.
Now here I am. Here we are, on the brink of saving the world.
Shouldn't you, save the world then?
Indeed, Quirkus and I will find an advantageous location and do just that. Meanwhile, you must prevent the servants of the Acorn from interrupting us.
Sir Laura takes a slow, deep breath and lets it out in a rush.
You feel it, don't you? It's so still, but there's something behind it, too, like a thunderclap waiting to fall. The great acorn is nearly here. Its servants are poised for impact.
Save us, Sir Laura. Don't let the great acorn fall.
We've known this moment would come. Now it is time to put my research to the test. I am ready.
You're the finest knight of Dre there has ever been, Sir Laura.
Quercus is ready. And you, Shield?
I'm ready. I mean, it is time.
Sir Laura nods in return and grabs your pinky with his tiny paw. He gives it a decisive shake, then salutes.
No matter what happens next, Shield,
Sir Laura.
there's something Quercus and I want you to know. It has been an honor.
There, I'm not crying.
Now, onward!
I will miss you, Sir Laura. I mean, well, I'll see you right after this. Because we're not gonna die. When we ascend, maybe you'll still hang out with us.
You come here often.
My
I
friends.
don't know what you did, but you just released a soul splat. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble.
Goodness. I've only done this once before, so I don't remember any of this. It's very... I've spent so much time in this world. It's like, I'm a little sad to finally beat this, because it means I'm done with the game after this. Maybe I will die and I'll get to do it one more time.
Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it.
Pray. That's all you're gonna do.
You'd think, right? But no. This is your moment. Still, do not underestimate my presence. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. So, I will pray for you. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now.
Are you saying that I didn't even need that apotheosis scroll loaded? Is my source just gonna recharge?
Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Alright, we'll see what happens. Thank you.
Malady wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Hey, I ain't the god yet.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
But I'll definitely help you with whatever you needed Mr. Siva to help you with.
I need worship only one divine, and I believe she stands before me now.
Don't stop.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
Tarquin, remember finding you as a prisoner on that boat so long ago? You brought Brachus Rex back, and I would love to say that your weapon's gonna help slay him, but I've read online that it doesn't actually do that much, so you kind of spent the whole game doing nothing, buddy, but well, you were always a good merchant for me. You got me all those venom runes.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention. But you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
Sorry, I had muted myself to tell my dog not to bark. And I didn't say anything to Almira. She's cool too. She wasn't really too involved in the story, just like she's a succubus by chance who is in love with a mortal. And we saved them. And now they hang out with us. This. Bruh. What's the point of them puppet beads there, huh? Whatever, we'll take it. Maybe you're not guaranteed to get this.
Losa, Godwoken.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, sorry guys for ruining the moment. But I just remembered something. Okay, good. I had her wearing this for persuasion because I needed to persuade a ghost a little bit ago to give me a talent point. But I remembered. Okay. Civilian. Are you allowed to stay back here? Even though you're both in the dialogue. I don't understand together. This is very marvelous.
Losa, Godwoken.
Oh boy.
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds, and twice as bright, to have come so far.
Yeah?
Your divine welcomes you.
Honeyed words there, buddy. I've seen what you've done.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Wiedemann's voice that next pierces the air.
Yeah, the real guy in charge of this little trio.
What a twist.
Lucian frowns at Wiedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Me too, Dallas. Fighting for a cause. Only one out of this trio I respect.
Respect? Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell the Godwoken the truth.
Well, you know what? I actually don't know what Lucian is trying to get, so maybe I'll change my mind of him too. I've just seen him do some pretty shady stuff, preventing any other god from being able to become divine.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter.
Is she? I don't remember this.
A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
Oh, an eternal. Okay, maybe I don't know her motivations at all now.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
I think Losa would laugh at that. What the hell is going on?
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian.
Right.
Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Yes, I know, and then they became the 7 gods.
Of course.
And he's the Source King, right?
Silence, slave.
I read her in Russian.
Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the Source they stole from the Veil. The 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
Wait, I may have mixed up my lore. It's a little embarrassing considering my fantasy is that the Larian king is he whose Finn is watching. For some reason was thinking Brachus Rex and the God King are the same person, and Friedemann is Brachus Rex. So where's the God King? Okay, let me just keep watching. Yeah, I've heard about this. Because they wanted their source. We already know this.
During their lives, worshippers collect source. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
If by ingenious you mean fucked up.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the Source-hungry gods.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The Seven's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the source to the veil.
I can understand that motivation, but your guys' methods. Although you know Losa used to be pure, but at the end she started killing people. I guess we understand sometimes hard choices must be made. I don't know what I think yet.
When we are done, there shall be no more source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the Seven the secrets of the Veil. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and my father, the scholar Fane. But now I finally have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me! My life! My people! My mother!
That's tough. I certainly empathize with you guys. But we're after, justice, not revenge. We're looking to make things right.
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
He never even looked for me. He never even looked for her!
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
Peace. I'm curious about the real Dallas when this one took her identity, but I think this is a pertinent question.
While Dallas sought the Aetiran, I started draining the gods of their source.
That's who's doing that.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
You know, this is a great point. It's like this guy created the problem by trying to solve the problem. Or at least made it worse.
Yes, in a sense. When the death fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Tias and Dilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world. To strengthen himself, he sent his Voidwoken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
The Voidwoken. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck.
How so? Why?
You see, blaming the sorcerers for Voidwalken made them easier to capture.
Why do you want them? Why do you want the source?
The Eterra now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
What about all the source pulsating from you, huh? You need it.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead.
Presumably with source still.
A false divine, of course. I shall have no power. But the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon, you must surrender your source.
Do I have a better idea?
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source.
I like the veil open. I like source. I think it's cool.
We only lack yours.
Yeah, but this.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours. Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people.
Whoa.
I was as kind as I could be. I promise you that.
Dude. See, I remember that was my biggest thing against him. My character saw the memories of those people with ability in the game, and I saw this guy killing them all. Good people. My goodness, Larian, how are you doing this to me? What am I gonna do? All right, let's keep asking questions.
Alexander was Godwoken. Once, years ago, I should have killed Damien, but instead took him as my son. Quite the mistake. Now, I was forced to kill Alexander, my blood. But once more, I could not.
The task fell to me.
And me.
Okay. Here's what I think. The Seven and the Avatar, the Divine, were able to keep the Void at bay. Sure, they say the Deathfall made the problem worse when it killed the Elves and made one of the gods weaker. But isn't there a better solution than killing and making husks of everybody who has Source to clone? Couldn't we just fight a little harder and push them back into the Void? I disagree, sir. I won't say they're lying. I think they believe whether they do believe it.
Then let us proceed. Show some responsibility. Surrender your source.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Rivellon.
Don't let them do this to us.
Don't worry, Sibyl. I won't. If you want my soul, you can pry it from my cold dead hand.
I understand. Sacrifice takes courage, but I shall help you. Though it pains me.
I believe you, dude. If only you could have used that big empathy to think of a less terrible idea.
Your sacrifice shall be made for you, Dallas.
I'm sorry. You've come such a long way, but there is too much at stake.
I understand.
This is the end.
It is. Yours.
Are you feeling poorly, Dallas? Good. You shall not seal the
Okay,
veil.
by killing her first. Was she
And
keeping
now
it in
it
check?
is
Oh
time.
god. What have I gotten into?
I call on the God King.
Oh god.
Come, claim what is yours.
How?
I am nervous.
What? You are unleashed!
Friedemann cackles in delight at this turn of events. His unbridled glee slithers into your veins and throttles your heart.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me pretending to be your slave.
He's still entangled, right?
Kill him!
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow that bone-bag Dallas to enslave me. Me?
This is not the time for talk. Kill him now!
Too late, you moldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you.
Okay, so God King is different from Brackus. A little derp there, my bad. Yeah, let's laugh. I bet this will really piss the God King off too.
You dare interrupt Brackus Rex? How novel. Who are you to challenge the Source King?
Rawr. Yeah, this is what I am. You a pebble on the path, boy.
Ah! You are the fetid dirt on my boot. You are nothing at all. I am the Source King. I shall rule.
Right.
I shall rule.
Back up that talk then. What you got? Admittedly, a little aggressive. I can't do that. God, that's cool. Like last time. Where'd my
The God King hears my call.
Yeah, you'll still die here.
He sends a companion worthy of my power.
You need help? Ha.
Come to your father. Come to the Source King.
Okay. We can survive on the ground. We got Now we'll get a turn. Okay. over here. And we go in. I see two enemies. Mom's sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. You know, dare I say, I'm happy for that. I think he is the most scary. Or is it Unless there's another phase, but now it's kicking in that I'm gonna win. I would miss this world. Why am I blind? I never use these on my bars. Oh yeah, I can teleport a dragon. Now, first we'll get buffaloes and stuff.
To rise, but the weight of his own pain leaves him to gravity's mercy.
My time is done. But your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwoken. I am no hero, but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed in.
Dallis groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
You tried, girl. Don't worry. I got this.
Listen, this is it. Again. And I want you to know I'm not putting up a fight, not against you. My revels are now ended. Yours are about to begin.
Sabine, you are not ended. You are coming with me.
I've had my vengeance. My life and my liberty. You helped me win them back. And then, when you told me you loved me, all of me awoke. All I want now is for this to end. To be by your side when we wage the final battle.
You will be by my side forever.
And long, long after.
There will be a long, long after.
I know there will. Now kiss me.
You kiss each other passionately, ready to face the darkest dark.
Is it not over? Do we fight the source?
You think back on your journey here, on all that you have seen and done.
I mean the God King.
You think of the Magisters, and the sorcerers they hunted, and of the good and the evil on both sides.
Big true. It's very nuanced.
You think of how the Eternals came as Voidwoken to reclaim their stolen world. You look at the source around you. The power is immense. Divinity at your fingertips. You think of what you could do with such power. The rights you'd wrong, the wars you'd win. You marvel at your journey and how it has changed you. You think of those you left behind, and of those you met along the way, who stood by you or against you. It's time to choose your fate, and the fate of all you hold dear. What shall it be?
I don't know. What are my options?
Shall you be divine?
Okay, yes.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world.
Bitch, we are not sacrificing Source. Where there's a will, there's a way.
What shall you do with Divinity?
This is what I did on my last game, when I beat it with a friend. Not on a hardcore mode. It's a cool idea, right? Instead of mending the void, you share it. But now, let's see what this does.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the Void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The Great Allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the Void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, I was freed of the God King's terrible tyranny. I avoided an eternity of pain and suffering. Now I fight for the other side. Now, I fight for the divine.
Hell yeah. What am I doing with this shit?
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here, she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Let an eye fool, your holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
She turns to you, arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent. Don't I know it? Let's hope it pays off.
She fingers the mask, covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me. But I believe that can wait. Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know, around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300. I'd say we've earned it. And when the time comes, I'll come find you, Your Holiness.
You confronted your demons, in turn to confront divinity itself. A rather poetic arc, don't you think?
Wow, I can buy things.
Not that your story is finished, of course. Your divinity shines upon all who walk Rivellon. And there will be those that escape to the shadows. You must be ready to face them, whenever they might emerge. Now that I am clear of mind and free of intruders, I'm wondering if it isn't time to share my learnings with the less enlightened. And to that end, I have a few ideas worth considering. Once I've come to a conclusion, I promise you'll be the first to know. As a matter of fact, yes, Source makes for an excellent ally in matters of a demonic nature. Not only can Void seep through the veil, but the beasts of Nemesis might similarly slip out of their own plane. Whether you are clever enough of a divine to keep Damien's disciples confined to Nemesis, I can't say. But I think we'll know soon enough. And I suggest you be ready. Until we meet again, Luce.
You're the new Divine. That's so cool. What's it like?
What is it like? It's probably like this. Sitting down to feast, to taste.
Really? Neat. I'd start with dessert if I were you. There's also the matter of my payment for all the stuff I've done for you. That'll be...
He taps his fingers and mouths silently while he counts, until he arrives at an acceptable figure.
1,300,000 dozen and 50 teen gold pieces. Now pay up.
Do it. Everybody thinks it's better, right?
Oh yeah? What's that?
Do you want to keep hanging out? Sure.
Han ponders your suggestion for all of a second.
You got it. But you better believe the bill for that will be a doozy. Now let's see. A dwarf, a demon and a druid walk into a pub.
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with one. Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe they meant for black rainbows back.
But a girl needs some fun, doesn't she?
Well, if it isn't the new Divine gracing me with her presence. How honored I am. That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that. Tell me, have you ever heard of Tactician?
I did, but I forget. I was joking.
No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself, naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds. I intend to seek them out. This Tactician seems to guard portals to their realm. And once I've uncovered one, well, why settle for being the greatest mind in just one world, when there's another for the taking?
Have fun, man. Maybe I can pull it pushed off you. It sounds like He's alright. He's got a way I talked to him about doing some stuff.
Amazing I'm still here. That we're still here. That Lucian... Well, that relationship always was complicated, wasn't it? You're so much like him. My instincts tell me to kneel to the new Divine. I've done so before, after all. But I can't drive myself to do it again.
Wow, that could be that.
Gareth beams. For the first time, he is his own man. Yet his enthusiasm is not a man's, but a child's.
A friend, yes. That I know how to be.
For a moment, his mind wanders to memories of friends and enemies, of malady and magisters, of demons and divinity. He is then in the present once more, and smiles at you.
Friends. I find a way to fit. I wasn't just content to lurk in Lucian's shadow. I was his shadow. Now I stand in the sun as my own man. I just don't know who that man is. And so I find out. My goal is to have a goal. If that makes sense at all. And if it doesn't, well, that's all I've got.
So, well, wait a minute. Phoenix hatched.
The flaming hatchling bounces and cheeps out of sheer excitement.
Mummy! Mummy! Looky, looky! At me!
It takes you a moment to realize the egg you've been carrying has hatched at long last. The chick trills contentedly and flaps its tiny feathers in recognition of its proud parent. It seems you've got a new mouth to feed.
Mummy!
Darling, there you are.
Here I am.
Come, let me take a look at you. I've never known a god before they became divine. I was curious if it would have changed you.
She gives you a long, assessing look, but makes no immediate comment. She paces around you like a cat, looking you over.
Well, you certainly look the same. But there's something in the air around you. It vibrates ever so slightly. There's magic in it. Power. Don't you feel it?
Do I feel this? I don't know. I want to say I'm unchanged. This should change.
Maybe you should give it a bit of time. I imagine it takes almighty power a little while to settle in. That quite depends on you, I suppose. Is a deity permitted to mingle among us mortals?
She laughs, and it's music to your soul.
I certainly hope so. We love each other after all.
A kiss, and oh, how sweet she tastes.
Love conquers even divinity.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again. I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old, and so, as always, I am at the ready. Consider me to be a gift from Malady. My wood was splintered, but my spirit intact. It was a great feat, but given her skill, not a surprising one. I feel better than new.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins.
The game's not over?
War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. With Justinia dead, the Dwarven Kingdom descended into chaos. But although they did not join the Divine Alliance, many joined the fight against the Void, and did their people great honor in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. and on the integrity of the elven Godwoken who did not ascend. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight. The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Sir Gareth thanked the surviving Seekers for their service and gave them their freedom. Disillusioned with ongoing war, he set out alone to find a new purpose. He would never stop seeking. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not win the war. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did.
What?
Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance. The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary, happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the silence of her goddess. Jehan the demon hunter never stopped hunting for demons. Sahala sought to strengthen the Elven alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void, but she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her.
What? I totally do.
Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior. Sabine wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a traveling hero, celebrated wherever she went. Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free. And then there was you. And you, Losa Divine, what did you do with your power? What kind of divine were you as the world battled on? Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Did you wish you'd surrendered the power that runs through your veins and sealed the veil? Did you kill all your demons? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
I like to think she lived happily ever after. So they just did the best you could do. I think the only person who's cringe or story is actually